struck out, and I generally identify as a bi-white male. I am Mexican, but I appear white and my name is white, so I am privy to all that privilege that entails.
Hi, I'm Ashley Erickson. I'm 22 and I've been going to shows since I was like 14, so like 8 years.
Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm an artist and I'm an art student at Cal State Long Beach. I'm involved in the scene by doing a lot of show posters and going to a lot of shows and just generally being involved.
I guess in the broader sense of like punk, it just means like being able to make the art you want to create without waiting for anybody to notice. It's taking the tools you have around you and sort of like just doing what you want to do.
DIY inherently is like do it yourself, but I think a big component of the DIY community today is using it as like a do it together and using your community's help and your community's support to do things how you want to do them without necessarily a lot of rules or oversight.
So to me, DIY means every kind of self-publishing and self-promotion of any of the creative arts. So in my case, I do zines and comics. So for me, DIY is self-publishing my own comics and zines and printing them and selling them at zine fests.
68, the movement ends. We all know we can't pretend. We got so much work to do, and you use punk as some excuse to hide behind some cheap tattoos. Blacklist the white kid in blackface. Blacklist the white kid in blackface. 'Cause I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. Blacklist the white kid in blackface.
So as a whole, I think the DIY scene does have a lot of sexism in it, even though it tries very hard to be this safe space for all kinds of people. It still struggles with that because at the heart of it, it's still white cis men putting on shows and promoting people and making these bands. So of course there's going to be sexism in the scene.
There's definitely not nearly as many women at shows as there are men. It's a lot of like teenage white boys.
As with racism in the scene, I think it's pretty similar with how sexism is in the scene. It's again white cis men putting on these shows and promoting people and putting on the music. So there's not going to be a lot of diversity with race in this art form. And then also with people that go to the shows tend to be white. So I know that DIY and punk tries to be very inclusive, but at the same time it's still very secluded and very white.
As a woman in the scene, a lot of people look at you kind of differently, like you're there for some other reason than to just like enjoy the show or the band. A lot of people will give you like snide remarks, like if you're somebody's girlfriend or if you're just there to like get guys, which is kind of weird. And then another thing that happens is because it's like all guys and then like a select few females, the shows get really like incestuous and everyone starts trying to like date each other. Certain girls become like tokens for guys. There's a lot of like unwanted advances. I feel like a lot of the guys, because they're young and don't really understand the world and they only understand like that little punk scene that they're in, kind of get messages crossed or think that they have the right to just attempt weird things with girls there.
I feel like when people talk about unequal representation in punk, it's sort of just because punk is a reflection on society as a whole. This is something that other people have talked about better and more than I ever could, but it's just like this idea that while punk prides itself on being a counterculture, going against the norm, it's really just a subculture, and it's reflecting all the things that are already in culture, which is sexism, which is racism, and all that stuff. Like, that's why you don't have a lot of representation in there, because it just mimics what's already in society. The boys book the bands, the boys, play in the bands, the boys make the show happen. Like, it's how it is, and it shouldn't be that way, and people should make an effort to make it not that way, but that's the situation where it is now, and if you're, not pointing that out, at the very least, that's disingenuous, it's a lie.